Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mexico City, first down.
Warriors, here we go, here we go. Check the Eagles, check Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's second and 10. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He'll drop the throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Vikings take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Vikings 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's got room. down to the edge of the red zone. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Allen going to run with it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Allen from the gun on third down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And the Vikings first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He'll drop to throw. It is intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for a touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. They'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
56.
Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll look to throw. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
60 Maverick.
A gain of 14. And the Mexico City first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30.
17 more yards.
And now they'll shift things around.
Mexico City
Dragon 60.
First and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Crack all 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Short throw taken in by Conquo. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And 5.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's now loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
There we go.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jaguars' 37-yard line.
19.
Looking to throw. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Gain of 27 yards.
Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Tap the 50. Tap the 50.
1st down. A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Mexico City.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready up.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Vikings 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
On play action. Allen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner? As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
70 Rangers, 60 Eagles.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Now he's going to step up and run.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
12 yards. And the Mexico City first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll drop to throw. 7-yard line. The catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Bronco 80, 18, 5 in.
They'll set up the throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Rashee Rice from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Allen to throw. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Five wide.
To throw is Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, there will be no perfect season here as the win